Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and at charge. A little Winston Throwback series this Wednesday night. We love our Wednesday night racing. Some of the best paint schemes from 1998 to 2003 being kind of thrown in your face. And got me somebody special in the old broadcast booth today. You recognize him from Sunday nights, but he's kind of becoming a permanent fixture in my life. Kyle Gresham in the broadcast booth with me today.
Hey, how's it going?
Good old-fashioned slugfest at Hotlanta. That's where we're at. Can't really think of our like. We got a new subscriber out there on the old YouTube channel. Thank you, Roger Craig. I appreciate you very much. Thank you to everybody out there for helping us get to 4,374 followers on Facebook. We have a goal now to get to 5,000. We'll try to do that hopefully by the end of the month. I wanted to get to 4,000 by the end of the month, but now we've surpassed that. So thank you so much. And it's a new month, so we might as well have some fun with it. Atlanta on board today as these drivers going to be ready to go. This race has been touted as the Brasco 250, and that is Donnell Williams. They call him the Brasco. We're going to enjoy that. I'm going to let it roll. We're going to have Atlanta, whatever you want to call it, the old configuration, not that new thing that they put out there. Joshua Brock is going to be your pole sitter today. He's going to beat Andrew Phipps to that pole position by 6/100ths of a second. Will Kern's going to be there in that 31. Cam Dario back there in row number 2. I'm sorry, Will Kern's going to be in that 31 in row 2 on the inside of Cam Dario in the 48. Rich Holland, the spicy man himself. Ryan Claver, thank you for the like. Mr. Claver, how are you doing, my friend? Malarkey is going to be there in that row number 3 as well. Anthony Crownover, Michael Coulter Jr. will make up row number 4.
In 9th position, we got Bill Hayes on the inside. We have Charles Van Schaik on the outside in 10th. We got Christopher Pendle in the 16 car in 11th. We have Brian Wassemer in 12th. We have got Evan Burke on the inside lane, 13th place. We've got Trenton Murphy on the outside of him in the 36. We have Donna Williams in the 9 car. We've got Jesse Bunnell, 16th in the 17 car. We've got Brian Farrington in the 20. Got Sam Harrell in the 42, Jeffrey Ramsdell in the 97, got Nathan Dillard in 20th in the 19 car. You got Joseph
Grijalva, the Grijalva man, the Grijalva family will be out there.
There we go.
Grijalva.
And then outside of him,
go ahead. His family's going to be out there. They're going to be cheering you on, I promise.
We got fans in the stands.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Corbett in 22nd place in the outside lane. We've got James C. Jones on the inside in 27th. 28th place, we got Alan Martin. Sorry, I don't know why my stuff's out of line.
That's all good. Rich Crane's going to be there with Parker Weekly in that 23rd and 24th spot, Haas Beverly, and then Shaggy, Mr. Mike Robinson are the drivers that we missed in there. So it's all good. James Jones, Alan Martin, bring it up to tail end of the field. McConey Setup Shop, right there. Go to McConey Setup Shop. Use Winston Throwback as your big old promo code. We're going to have some race information here brought to you by, of course, all of us over here at Signature Esports, McConey Setup Shop, and, of course, and always, MCI Graphics on Trading Paints. Dark Horizon Fishing's got that Dark Horizon 5 shake-up that's going to be happening here very soon, so I'm excited to see that. We're going to have 1.51 miles in length. The track temperature is actually cooler than I thought it was going to be. 80 degrees on the track temperature. 66 degrees on the air temperature, 21% humidity, which means that these tires are not going to be sticking. Possibilities when they start getting heated up, we're gonna see some grip go away, but the cloudy skies might help that. 17-mile-an-hour wind will shake the cars up. It's gonna go from turn 3 to turn 1 as they get ready to go. It's gonna be actually 50% fuel. I don't know why that didn't update. 50% fuel. We are going to have, I think, 6 sets of tires are going to be good there. No fast repair for the drivers, so we're going to see a huge run. Brock ready to roll? Hopefully you are as well. Good to see you all out there. Much love in the chats. Thank you for the likes. We're Green Flag Racing.
Yeah, we got Joshua Brock leading the inside lane into turn 1 here. Right after qualifying, I was introduced to his voice by him screaming about getting the pole position, so he's very excited to start up in the front row.
We like people being excited about racing. I tell you what, I get pretty darn excited when it comes to what this field has been able to do. And right now, Joshua Brock, Andrew Phipps side by side into turn 3 and 4. 162 laps. He's going to put him on pit road quite a few times.
Yeah, Atlanta always being that tire wear monster that it always is. You just got to make sure that you can keep those tires under your car and maybe not get out to too big of a lead to where you're burning your stuff up. I typically see anytime I do one of these races, you got that one person that decides they're going to move up a bunch of positions, and then you just watch them fall back throughout the pack for the rest of the race.
Full speed ahead right now. Phipps to the outside. He clears Joshua Brock for the time being. Andrew Phipps has been on a terror here in the Winston Throwback Series. We'll go over points and strategies here in a moment. But Cam Dario, somebody that I look to make a big impact here. He's got that 48 Lowe's Jimmy Johnson Chevy machine on lock right now. Hashtag spicy behind. Fastest lap of the race. Brian Wasserman in the 18. Rolls the outside lane in the draft. Draft is going to be super important here, especially with heavy winds. Right now, Justin Malarkey, fan favorite, is going to be out there in that Kmart car. Rolling. We're great, man. 3 laps and already some good racing going on.
Yeah, Justin Malarkey in the 66 car is someone I'm actually familiar with. It's kind of a field full of strangers here, so I'm just trying to learn some names here. But yeah, Malarkey up there and in his 7th place position at the moment, just kind of chilling out there and kind of running that low line. That low line is going to be very, very important here for kind of maintaining that tire wear, but also kind of is a bit of a trade-off when it comes to speed. You can run that high line a little bit more aggressively and a little bit more persistently, to where you're able to kind of just maintain that speed. And if there's a line on the outside where you can get a run, as you see the 18 on the outside of him looking, and he might be able to get the position here going into turn 1. Yeah, you just need to make sure that you're able to kind of keep the car under you.
James, thank you for the like out there on the old Facebook platform. Also, I want a big thank you to Brock Page as well. Brock, back in the... I tell you what, Brock Page is going to be rolling with the old RBS machines here pretty soon, so I'm pretty excited to see that. Side-by-side battle for 7th, and right now, I always like to do it. Holland's going to be the spicy machine. We're going to take a look at our driver cams. Of course, the driver cams brought to you by Skokie Esports and all of our fan favorites over there. Let's take a look and see what our... that's the 24. How about we go to the 35? I'll make sure 35 is on there. That's the 31. I've got my cameras all messed up here, folks. Sorry about that. That's the 23. That should have been Van Squake. Something happened to his camera. I'm not sure what it is. We're bouncing around like I don't know what I'm doing. 31. There's the 1. Is Spicy Man here? No, that's going to be... There he is. There's the Spicy Man. I don't label my cameras, folks.
Yeah, that's a very, very cool paint scheme right there. That's a Todd Bodine Classic, one of the Tabasco Fiasco cars. Very, very cool to kind of see all the little throwback schemes that everyone's running out this weekend. As you see him right behind the oh-so-famous Jimmy Johnson 48 car from back in the day, back when he had a few less championships.
I saw a few less, yeah, tied for the most in all of NASCAR. How great would it be to be a 7-time champion of the NASCAR series and know that you're that close to that 8th, but you know, you just kind of roll the dice and say, I'm going to go to Formula One. I did see a post on Twitter just the other day. Jimmy Johnson was like, look, I'm not opposed to coming back and racing. Right now, Holland to the outside. We've known him as hashtag Spicy in the chat, so if you do so, make sure that you get out there and give us a hashtag Spicy. We'd love to see it because Holland is our man. Look at the Tabasco bottle on his screen. He's a full send kind of moment. All right, let's go through our drivers. Usually Van Scoik is there. I think Van Scoik, I don't know what happened there. That's Joe Grijalva in the 24. Family out there giving some love. He is back in 21st right now. He's going to be rolling the corner the best way that he knows how. And I do have the sideways cameras. I'm going to figure out a better positioning for that for the drivers. He is back home. And I know that the family does miss him. And then Will Kern's going to be in the 31 today. He is up to 3rd, or right where he started, as he sees the leaders battle back and forth. Apologies about the offset on the camera there. Let's try to fix that while we have a moment. I like things being even. Sorry. Will Kern looking at 1 and 12. The 1 utilizing the outside lane over Andrew Phipps here. And a good onboard camera. Skokie Esports on Twitch, on YouTube. Look for him. They broadcast on Thursday nights, and that's Nate. He's a good old pal of mine. He's actually got the week off this week. His wife came home from deployment.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of movement throughout the pack. A lot of people are able to get that high slide lane to work, and they're actually able to hang on the right rear quarter panel of people. If someone I could focus on here that's been doing a very, very good job up near the front is the 18 car of
Wazerman.
oh man,
Mr.
I just had the yep.
So, yeah, Mr. Wazerman, it's okay. Hey, you know, they've all got unique last names like you and I do. Jesse, it took me, and Amanda will have to tell me, it took me like 4 races to get the 17's name right. It's actually Bunnell, and you have to enunciate the L, like my last name, follow well. So I'm all good with it, man. They're great people. Daniel Holloway giving us a like out there. Thank you so much on the Facebook platform. Much love to you. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. 22 starting part to keep from Mike. Are you sick? You don't have the covitical, do you? Please don't tell me you have the covitical, because if you have the covitical, I will be upset. Don't. Hopefully you feel better, man. And they did say that you were out there running the numbers for us. So much love to you, brother. Hopefully you're having a better day. Joshua Brock, he sent me a message talking about his race line here. Thank you, Kyle, for that. I did get your message. Thank you so much. His car right here is a 2003 Jeff Green car, MCI approved. And he said, keep a lookout for tonight. Look at that thing old. That's from 2003. I like it. I like it a lot. Mike, thank you for the like out there as well, brother.
Yeah, that's always kind of a specialty when it comes to some of these older gen cars. Is you have these special liveries that come out where there's like, we're just gonna put like 2 bits of color on it. We're just gonna do the rest chrome.
I tell you what, and hats off to MCI Graphics here. MCI Graphics not only is our caution sponsor if we have a caution today, but also a sponsor of the Winston Throwback series. He has done pretty much, I would say, 99% of the throwback schemes in this league, and he holds them on Trading Pains. So there's a link in the description to go check out MCI Graphics. It's Michael Coulter Jr. out there. Please go check him out. If you need a paint from him, I highly encourage you to do it. His big specialty is these throwback cars. He can put them on any model out there, and dude does a phenomenal job. 15 of 162. We're going to be looking at about 25 to 32 laps somewhere in the. I said 28 to 32 because the fuel calculator said that. I'm going to say 25 to 32 laps. We're going to see what these cars are going to run. 50% fuel is not a lot of fuel. 12 back to the inside. Joshua Brock to the high side. Right front starting to wear out. You can tell Brock is really trying to hold on to that high lane. The one able to save some speed there. And now back to a side-by-side battle as Will Kern comes into the mix.
Yeah, it's always one of those hard things to predict. You just never know who's being a little bit more abusive on their right front tire than the other guy. Also, if you're able to kind of get this to drive off the right rear, you might be seeing somebody kind of later in the run just not being able to kind of keep the car planted off the corner, maybe getting a little bit loose and not having the confidence to get back on the throttle. So, yeah, with the one car out front, yeah, you said the right front might be a little bit worn, so he's just trying to migrate off that bottom just a little bit so he can kind of cut down mid-corner, but with that 12 car underneath him, it makes that a little bit more difficult.
Tell you what, Andrew Phipps goes out to the lead there. I clicked on the wrong button there. But now 17. Mike says that Chrome Rocket is kind of sexy, to be honest. You know what? I don't disagree. It's a pretty good-looking car. 17 of Jesse Bunnell, biggest mover of the race, up 8. He is trying to track down Anthony Crownover. Anthony Crownover, a huge favorite for me. He's been a part of my series since the not just my series, a part of Signature Esports and leagues that I've ran and broadcasted for since the very beginning of Signature Esports. So there are few and far out there that are still around from 2.5 or 2.25 years ago. But Anthony Crownover, he's the man. So much love to the 28. He gets out there, a little Havoline love going on as Spicy goes to the high side. He's going to make that pass, pick up another spot. He's going to be up 1 from the start of the race. Wasserman in the 18. We have our eyes set on him. He's up 7. He's trying to track down Cam Dario, who has not moved from the start of the race. We have 3 drivers still in the same spot. The 36 and the Skittles machine has the 9 to the inside. Donnell Williams, the Brasco man himself, they're battling. They're trying to swap spots here. They've been stuck in between each other, so they're going to be looking at kind of where that play style is going to be. Vance back here, the 23. Evan Burke, he has the 94 on the car. He's the 63 in the field, but normally he runs the 94. He's going to be side by side with the 23. Look at that side draft from those two.
Yeah, actually, Burke in the 94 car in the 36, like 3 or 4 laps ago had a huge moment coming down the backstretch. I believe the 94 kind of got a little bit off the wall there, and they kind of made contact, and they all had to spread out, and they went about 4 wide down the backstretch and settled it out going into the corner.
Evan was in last season. He's had to take a little bit of a time off because I think he said he broke his arm, and unfortunate circumstances for that. But he's back out there. He's still on the mend, but he's out there racing. McDonald's Love in the 94. 9 clears the 36, just barely there. 23 is going to be there. 94 a little free out the corner. 8 to the bottom. Parker Weekly driving that Dale Jr. Much love, number 8, Anheuser-Busch, or Budweiser, whatever you want to call it, the Budweiser King of Beers, the Bud Car, the 8, whatever you want to look at it. He's rolling. He's trying to gain some ground, but it's really tough to pass, especially these drivers look to be all within a good realm. Little Tony Stewart action going from the Home Depot, number 20. He gets there to the inside of Michael Coulter Jr., trying to close down some of that distance. Coulter off 3 spots from the start of the race.
Yeah, Coulter in that 20 car is just an awesome Tony Stewart car. You got different people that grew up with different generations of Tony Stewart. Some people remember him in the 14 car, which is kind of a little bit of a weird thing to think about, especially if you grew up with the 20 Home Depot car. But yeah, just seeing that car behind the 3 car and then seeing the 25 Jerry Nadeau just in this group is just such a cool thing for a league like this to kind of commit to just like an era like this.
I tell you what, they're one of the very few that have solidly committed as much as they have. There are leagues that have their specialty out there, and as you see Bill Hales drive the 25 here, it's almost too nostalgic for me because I go back and I say, I was watching NASCAR. I started watching NASCAR hardcore around this era. And this is when speed was king. I was 18, 19, 20 years old, 25, 23 wide right now as you see them roll the 3 of Coulter Jr. to the high side. They roll 3 up into the wall. That should bring out the caution here, or should. Maybe not. Coulter sideways on the field. He's going to be very slow. No caution, which that should be a caution. Throw the caution. There's so many cars. Coulter. They were 3 wide. Brian Farrington to the inside. They got a little connection there. And the 3 down just a little bit. We can go back and take a look at that. Showed the contact. Here's what it is right here. Here's a look at it. There's a good look at it. They're 3 wide right there. How about a little far chase at the moment? Just a little bit down. And that's just hard contact. Coulter Jr. on the right side. And something the damage model has gotten right here, as drivers go around, is that those tires do get wrecked. They do have to get it all fixed. They have to get it repaired. No fast repair for the drivers, so we will see just what they're going to be able to do. Phipps out front. Kern's going to be second. Joshua Brock third. As we see 26 of 162 being completed. So some drivers probably starting to think about when they're coming to pit road. Caution does come out. Looks like Grijalva was involved. Man, high impact racing right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to go back and figure out what the caution was exactly for. That was a manual yellow by the admins there.
All good, Bobby. Thank you for the like out there. Much love to you, my friend. Caution comes out. Here's something's going on with Coulter. He was trying to come to pit road here. He had to end up jumping to pits. And his tires off that car. Now you can see that splitter drag, and so he tries to brake coming into the corner. He's got nothing there. His rear end comes up to the high side right there. So Coulter had to jump to pits. It said that Grijalva had to come to pit road here. I don't want to see what happened. He just braked down. Yeah, nothing wrong there. I don't know. Caution came out and something weird happened.
Yeah, maybe going for an alternate strategy there. Was a caution out when he came down pit road?
It did look like it. That's what I was trying to check here. So it might have been, we'll take a look at where Coulter was on the track. Because any of that stuff could have happened. So let's see. Yeah, he's slow up on the track. That might have been what happened there. Either way, unfortunate. Ransdell's going to be your race leader. He comes around, leads a lap. 97 is going to be here. Single file restarts for this league. Hopefully you're all having wonderful afternoons out there and evenings and wherever you're at. Because, we enjoy what we see. We see what we enjoy, and you are all fantastic. I did add bit emojis out there for everybody. Hopefully you're just going to be utilizing those whenever you want to. So thank you so much to everybody for being awesome. And thank you to everybody for being out there. You are all absolutely amazing. Mamadou, thank you for the follow on Facebook. Lesport, thank you for the follow on Facebook as well. Sharif, thank you. Evans, thank you. Ceci, thank you. And Pierre, thank you very much as well. Maynard, thank you for the follow as well. You're all awesome. I'm seeing it on Facebook, so I'm going to go ahead and shout you out. Thank you so much to each and every one of you being out there. I'm not seeing the alerts come across the stream element, stream whatever, the alert thing, but I am seeing it on Facebook. So thank you so much to everybody for being out there. You're all amazing, and you're keeping it cool, you're keeping it rich, you're keeping it absolutely fantastic. Speaking of things to keep rich, I need to copy over a link here to this driver. I want to make sure his camera's showing, because his camera's still up, so I want to make sure he's good to go. There he is, 23. That is the GOAT legend himself, Mr. Charles Vance. Little Winston Maglite 23. That's his number, but he's got that big old no bull look. I like it. I like it. Back in the day, they used to advertise the heck out of these things, and nowadays you get in trouble just for mentioning it. You even have to have a certain disclaimer.
He's got a couple diecasts in there.
Yeah, he does. A couple.
I've got 3. I wonder how close I am to him.
Yeah, I know, man. He's only got 1 or 2. His right side right there, the one that you see on the left side of your screen, folks, that is his personal. That's all the stuff that he will not get rid of. Everything else is things that he's pretty much for his league, for the GOAT Racing League, he's been able to give a few of them away, but he's got a huge collection out there. He's got the big old goat on the front of that. If you look above him, he's got some flags. He's got one that's blue right above the display there, but to the right of that is actually one of his cars. I created that for him. It's actually on the it's on our merch link down in the description if you want to take a look at that. Yeah, I mean, he's got a ton. He's a big racing fan, so we'd love to see it. So there's the 23. His camera is up and working. Caution again, NCI graphics. We're gonna go back to it here.
Man, Jeffrey Ransdell just got a huge bit of wheel spin there, just staying out on these old tires. He's going to get swamped here by the pack, but this might be a strategy call here for him, and might have it work out for him here if he can get a quick yellow, maybe a couple laps into this restart here.
Everybody came to pit road on lap 27 except for Jeff Ramsdale. I think he was trying to lead some laps here. Andrew Phipps takes over the lead pretty quickly here. Will Kern was closing down the distance early. Or I'm sorry, not early, late in that run to Andrew Phipps, and now an opportunity as he is around Joshua Brock. Anthony Crownover in the mix as well. But now, strong candidate for driver of the year. He has really pushed the limits of this car over the course of the last 2 seasons, and we're seeing everything work. Savoy is your last year's champion. He is taking the week off. He is out doing some great things. Man, I tell you what, Winston Throwback Series 32, 162. We're 130 laps away so far. Everything looking good. Grijalva off the lead lap. Vance right there with him.
Ramsdell has just pulled down to pit road, and he makes it on. He's got a little bit loose entering.
You were talking about how that wheel spin did him some injustice, and I'm thinking that 28 lap mark is absolutely pretty much on board with what we saw. Will Kern, fastest lap of the race last time by, 31.18 over Andrew Phipps's 31.21 is going to be a 3/100th of a second kind of lap that he's going to be able to take here. That draft really working for the 31.
Yeah, the 31 right behind, just, you know, on these fresh tires is where you can kind of evaluate where your tires were in the last run with the black box or whatever kind of iRacing app you use. Kind of evaluate maybe which tire you're being a little bit more abusive on, or maybe, hey, I was super aggressive on my tires and I need to kind of back it up. Just kind of take that information in and just kind of adjust your line and focus on what you need to do better throughout this run. So if you're the 31 here, you know, you'd be content kind of sitting behind the 12 here and just kind of evaluating what he's doing and what you're doing, and save your tires and hopefully catch him at the end of the run.
And he's getting faster, 31.17, 31.18 for Joshua Brock behind. So he kind of just settles in. This last lap was a 31.26, but the one prior to that was a 31.17. So still carries the fastest lap of the race. Biggest mover of the race, well, that's the 17. And I'm waiting for Amanda to get out there in the chat and tell me how her lovely's doing. She's going to cheer him on. I know that's going to happen. That's just something that we normally see. Thank you to everybody tuned in. Keep rolling. Keep yourselves out there. Thank you to all the folks out there on YouTube. If you are out there on YouTube, that's some drop frames, so I apologize about that. I just think it's just the time of day. Something's going on with the old intranet at the moment. So if you're seeing some drop frames, it will skedaddle itself out. Just bear that in mind. I will keep that in order while we kind of look at things. So let's see.
That 17 car, that just is an amazing paint scheme. The old Darrell Waltrip, kind of final hurrah for him. But yeah, just kind of a sad end to his career, but just an amazing kind of iconic paint scheme, just with those chrome numbers, done tastefully, done right. And just awesome colors on those too.
Tell you what, DW is my favorite sports analyst and all knowledge, know-how kind of person. So it's just absolutely fantastic. HMG Innovations out there. How you doing, Mr. Randy? Good to see you, my man. Sponsor for today's race. Here he is, the Brasco man himself. Now getting a huge run on the back straightaway behind the 25 of Bill Hales, Mr. The Brasco Williams. I kind of want to take a look at the front of his car. I think I have that camera set up. There it is. Look at that. I know that I can move this around. Whoop.
Got our man walking in front of a car going 190.
Yeah, pretty much. That's me. That's what I'm doing. There it is. I figured it out. Shortcut keys. The Brasco 250 by Donnie Williams. There he is. That's your race sponsor today, folks. I'm floating over. This is the best drone work you've ever seen in NASCAR. I'm just saying. I love it. All right, here's a look over the head, though. This is what he's got in front of him, 40 of 162. And full send kind of moment. Good to see you all out there. Thank you so much in each and every one of you. Hopefully YouTube settled itself out. Hopefully Facebook did so as well. Cardo, thank you very much. Jeff Rux, thank you for the Jeff, thank you for the follow. John, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody coming to follow out there. You know, amazing. Y'all are killing it, man. It's like I hit over 4,000. You guys went bam. There you go. Keep killing it out there. Thank you so much for giving a follow out there. Yeah, let's see. Taking a look at what we've got going on there. Keep the chats alive. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I want to make sure that Kyle can answer any questions about what he knows about racing, because it's quite a lot more than I do. Up 11 is the 17. Andrew Phipps is your race leader. Will Kern still a quarter second back, but he is closing down a little bit each lap.
Yeah, that 12 car, I'm sorry, I keep mentioning paint schemes. Paint schemes are just such a cool thing with this this league. Kind of having this 12 car, the Jeremy Mayfield car, just that what'd you call that, a Pegasus on the side of the car?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Such a great, iconic look, I want to see that kind of return with any sort of Mobil 1 sponsorship with the all the room you now have on the side of the car with the next gen.
That'd be really cool to have that as your throwback. I mean, I know Darlington's going to be coming up here pretty soon, and that would be really, really fun to see Blaney run that paint scheme. How cool would that be?
That would be amazing, but I think the only bad news, well, it's good news and bad news, is we got 2 Darlington races, and I think the second one is not a throwback race. We gotta wait a year.
That's awful. Joshua Brock, your pole setter, back to third. Let's go back and kind of take a look at what's going on in your field. Jeff Ramsdale went to pit road and is on a different strategy than everybody else. So if it runs green, we're going to see what that driver is going to be able to do. Charles Van Scoik is going to be last driver on the lead lap, just kind of taking his time, biding it out. 55 of David Corbett is going to be there in 20th, up to Nathan Dillard. Up 1, the 19 is 19th. Rich Crane in the 41, little Kodiak Love. He's going to be running up 5. Evan Burke off 4. But again, first race back in almost a year here. I say a year. Several months. He's going to be off 4. Haas Beverly up 9. There's my good friend, the Beverly man himself. His hat and T-shirts should be out in the morning, so hopefully he'll get those in the next couple of days. Trenton Murphy is going to be in the 36. He's off 1. Bill Hale's off 5. As Parker Weekly in the 8 in front of him up 11. Parker Weekly is tied for the biggest mover of the race over Jesse Bunnell. And he's got more spots. He's going to be able to try to carry 9 of Donnell Williams up 3. Cam Dario off 7. He started 4th. But opposite him, the 10 is up 7. Brian Farrington in that 20 doing things like Tony Stewart would do, full send and everything. 16 of Christopher Pendel is going to be there, up 2. Malarkey off 2. Holland off 2. Wasserman up 6. There goes Jesse Bunnell up 11 right there in 5th. He's trying to track down Crownover is up 3. Brock, your pole sitter, off 2. Kern up 1. Phipps up 1. Everybody rolling. James, thank you so much, sir. How are you doing out there? Much love to you and the fam, the man Rude. The man himself, Mander Rude Racing, on the old Facebook platform. Go give him a follow for me. He is fantastic. He is always in my chats every single day. Top fan, top fan. He and Brian Rinker are absolutely killing it. Chris, thank you for the like out there as well. Much love to you. That is, he was the 99 in yesterday's race. Man.
Yeah, we're starting to see some cars trying to venture up in these lanes. You're seeing a lot of people run the bottom, but we're seeing a couple people kind of like you see the 31 there, just kind of washing up off of turn 2. Just you got different lanes going on here, kind of people experimenting, just trying to get off the bottom. You're seeing different entries. Some people are entering lower, some people are entering kind of higher. They're doing kind of a wash down motion. It's not like a consistent lane throughout the corner. Just trying to find different ways to kind of get speed, but also not kind of tear up those tires. That's the one thing that's so important here is that if you just do 1 lap in anger and you just go for it and you're just focused on the person ahead of you and you just do that for 2 laps, you're just going to find yourself all of a sudden with, you know, all that tire wear that you now have to handle and that you can't get back.
What you're saying is I'm not allowed to drive like a PO teenager getting out of Walmart because they didn't have my favorite snack.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. But now goes around for 4th now. He gets around the 28 and the 18 of Ryan Wasserman behind. They're making things interesting. Folks, it is that time. Make sure you give yourself a hydrate break. We're going to throw it on exciting. Let these guys kind of duke it out for a little bit. And as they do, these drivers are going to have a little bit of fun. 49 of 162. Keep rolling. They're having a little bit of fun. back at it here. And Kyle, you're talking about pit stops. We've got some green flag pit stops happening already.
Yeah, third place, Joshua Brock came down and pitted. We had a bunch of other cars behind him pitting as well. We had the 8-car pitting of Parker Weekly. We had the 25 pitting of Bill Hales. We had the 63 or 94, I guess we should say 94 since that's what's on his door, coming out of the pits. And oh, he almost spins leaving the pits. We got David Corbett coming off the pits. We got Nathan Dillard coming off the pits. We got the 17 of Jesse Bunnell coming off the pits, as well as Brian Wasserman. You have another pack of cars. We got the leader Andrew Phipps in. We've got the 31 of William Kern in. We've got the 28 in as well of Anthony Crownover. We've got Christopher Pendell, Richard Holland. We've got Justin Malarkey.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look at that. Look who just took over the lead. Holy goodness, gravy. 23. And Squake. Huge big pack running in here. Rich Crane's in on pit road. You were talking about what's the strategy, do you think, for these drivers? So like Joshua Brock, who came into pit road. Malarkey leaving pit road. Brock comes in a little bit earlier, picks up a little of the extra pace. Phipps is the driver. He's tracking down, but Phipps is just now leaving pit road. Early kind of situation to come to pit road, maybe try to close up some of that time.
Yeah, pitting that lap early gives you an extra lap on fresher tires, so you're just able to get out there. As you see, the 1 car has actually cycled ahead of the 12 car. Only thing is that when he pitted I think 2 laps in earlier than the 12 car, so he's going to be at a disadvantage fuel-wise. So if this comes down close at the end to kind of making it on an extra stop or being able to cut out a stop, the 1 car is going to have less options on what he can do.
A little bit of clean air for him. It's about 3/4 of a second over Andrew Phipps, who's behind up to speed. Cam Dario in third right now. Will Kern's going to be, he came out on 58, but Cam Dario came out on 54. I think that is to try to catch some of that time that he had. Chris, it's going great. Thank you for the 100 bits out there. I appreciate you, man. Much love to you. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Hey, did the spicy bit work for you? I didn't even look. I got some custom bit emojis out there, folks. Did it work? It didn't work. Why didn't it work? I don't know why it didn't work. It was supposed to have worked. Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. You're all amazing. James, thank you for the shares. Elijah, thank you for the follow. Murad, thank you for the follow. Junar, thank you for the follow as well. Getting a lot of folks all over the world following me right now. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're all enjoying the race. Thank you to everybody out there just killing it. I do believe the 24 might have had an issue connection-wise. I think he had to DC. Just so you know, folks, I figured out that some of my drop frames are because we have a storm rolling in, and it's going to be a pretty big storm. Sandy Harrell, the 42, running the Bell South paint scheme. How about that Chevy?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool car there. The 42 of that's not Joe Nemechek, is it?
I want to say it is, but I can't remember. They had it all posted for me. I like it. Hold on. I'm gonna double check. I do want to check. Where's it at?
So I know he didn't drive the Bell South car, but I don't know if it is him because it could be like Jerry Nadeau.
How about Kenny Irwin?
Kenny Irwin. There we go.
Kenny Irwin. That's who it is. Sorry, folks. I know a lot about racing, but sometimes I just get to the point of forgetting.
That car is as old as I am, so I get a pass on that.
Yes, I do not, however. Joshua Brock and Andrew Phipps about to be bumper-to-bumper action happening here. Will Kern picks up the pace. He was about 3.5 seconds off the run. Sammy Harrell, though, he is coming around. He is trying to get his lap back. He's right behind the 31. Now, Sammy is super fast at every track he goes. But don't count him out to help somebody get to the front, because right now 3 seconds separate the 31 and Andrew Phipps, who is going around Joshua Brock at the moment for the lead, pulling a little bit of that draft and some lap traffic in front of him. So Andrew Phipps back to the lead here.
Yeah, Andrew Phipps with that overcut there on the strategy fell back a little bit behind, kind of gave up that gap that he had out to the front, but he's going to be able to stretch this next run here, probably do the same thing, and also probably pull another bigger gap on the 1 car here. Interesting to note how the 12 and the 1 car got such good stops that they were able to kind of pull out and get that big of a gap over the 31 car. So the 31 car came in on the same lap as the 12 and the 1. So William Kern must have lost a lot of time there entering pit road.
Trying to figure out why your screen isn't what my screen should be. There it is. I was getting all frustrated there for a moment. Phipps, Brock, Kern, all the good stuff happening across the board. Everything just kind of rolling the dice. Cam Dario off 5, still your biggest, one of your biggest movers of the race. Parker Weekly, he is up 13. And Bunnell, who was up the most when he came to pit road, had to make some adjustments. He came in on 57. Had a little bit slow over a pit stop, but he finds himself back to 15th now. So maybe trying to change some things up, get himself around, and kind of bide his time for a moment. That's super interesting to see when it comes to the. I don't know. It just seems like that's going to be the natural progression for this type of racing. He's off a little bit on his pace, but has been able to be fast over the course of the longer run. So 68, that they're about 10 laps on their pit cycle, 10, 11 laps on their pit cycle. What does he need to do to be able to and pick a driver here? What do these drivers need to do to be able to try to catch that pace of Andrew Phipps?
Yeah, to catch the pace of Andrew Phipps, I think you have to have the speed and also the tire wear. The speed and the tire wear are two hard things because typically it's a trade-off. You know, you're going to be smart enough to know kind of what to do with your tires, so you're not going to be kind of going too hard here. You know it's Atlanta. You know what you're getting into. With the 50% fuel here, you can maybe be a little bit more aggressive with the tires than you can with other leagues where you're, you know, you maybe have 100% or just a little bit less. The pit stops are short enough to where you're, you know, just getting that just terrible part of the wear of the tires, but you just are just trying to kind of get that speed out of them without kind of taking that wear out. So with that trade-off, it's that thing. It's like it's not just one thing. You have to know how to do both so well to be able to maximize like the 12 is at the moment. But if I have to pick one person out in the front pack that I'm liking the look of here, it's that 18 car. Brian Wasserman has been making all of these moves. I like the line that he's running. He doesn't seem to be moving around too much. I see some of these cars kind of coming off the corner and kind of getting a little bit loose. But just the way that he's just been consistently throughout this race, I'm really kind of keeping an eye on Brian Wasserman.
7 from the start of the race. He's got Crown over in front of him. They're going to be trying to work some of their magic as well. Their lap times right in order with Andrew Phipps, but Phipps last time by ran a 31.99. Fastest driver on the racetrack is my good buddy Charles Vance, at number 23. Came out on 59. Might be a little bit of a tire difference here, but he's soaking up some of the time. He's about a tenth and a half faster than the field at the moment, so we'll see what kind of laps he's going to continuously try to put together. This time by Andrew Phipps is going to be right in front of him. So we'll be seeing. Today's a great day. You're tearing off your wheel off the rig and putting the new one on. That's awesome. I like hearing it. Everybody invested in their sim rigs. You kind of almost have to do it to be able to be competitive sometimes. And you've got a favorite wheel. Well, not this Friday, but next Friday when I get back to the podcast, when Nate comes back from spending the weekend at Michigan, we'll talk about sim rigs and what folks are doing to be able to keep their racing a little bit more competitive. What wheels, what setups, what sim rigs that they're using, what their PCs are doing, whatever's happening there. We'll try to see. Grahal, I think, had a DC issue. I think he's been having internet issues in his area, and I keep saying that I want to go and I want to dig a line to run fiber to his house. Because he's such a competitive driver that we hate seeing him have any kind of internet issues. I think that's what happened. Andrew Phipps, 2.5 over Joshua Brock. As Brock came out, he was about a second ahead. So over the course of this almost 20-lap run, we see about 3 seconds the difference on Andrew Phipps to Josh Brock, almost 4 seconds over lap time runs. 32.24 for the last lap for Andrew Phipps. And right now, the driver behind him trying to get his lap back, Vance is following that line. And right now the 48 looks like he's coming off pit road. Cam Dario, he comes in for a green flag pit stop, trying to find himself some more pace. 72 is when he came to pit road, so he's going to be a couple of laps down, but maybe, just maybe, has something up his sleeve.
Yeah, the 48 car has been fairly consistent this race. Not, like I said, not making too many moves that are super aggressive, being able to kind of keep those cars just super straight off the corners. He is 2 laps down, which is unfortunate, just kind of getting a kind of caught out there. But ahead of him on track, the 23 here, him being able to stretch that 1 extra lap in the beginning of this this run, where pit stops started to come, he was able to stretch that out. He did lose a lap, but he's able to hold pace with the 12 here. I'd be worried kind of later on in the race if he can stretch it out, maybe 4 or so laps more than everyone else come the end, if we get a long green flag run all the way until the end of the race, to where either he can catch a late caution or he might even be able to kind of cut out a pit stop.
Chance here, the 23 and the 48 look to be trying to make some ground up on the 12, and that's going to be a race leader. The 48, Cam Dario, will be able to drive the high line here. They're trying to pull that pace away. Some tires, the benefit crosses over the 23, and now a chance for the 23 to be able to make a run here. We'll see what kind of progress is going to happen. Yeah, that is terrible. It's no bueno. It is no bueno. I'm glad you're able to see the badge. At least the badges are working. Yeah, there's the badge. Yeah, you got yourself a little Pikachu badge. I like it. I like it a lot. And it's always a ton of fun. Gene, thank you for the follow on the old Facebook platform. Much love. Victoria, thank you very much as well. And somebody's gaming channel followed me. I don't know what it is, but hey, we'll send. I like it. Keep rolling. We are live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, folks, and if you have enjoyed the broadcast or any portion of it, whether it's Kyle's voice or my voice or the cars, the way they look, make sure you reach up, hit that like button for me. By doing so, you help the algorithm for every platform, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. I wish you could like on Twitch. It'd be kind of cool if you could like videos on Twitch. That might be something to consider for Twitch, to be able to give that thumbs up for folks to show the appreciation. 23 into the corner here, trying to find his own pace. If he can get around the 12, that'll speak droves to what he is trying to do here. And I talk about Vance being the ultimate, and I mean ultimate, driver when it comes to fuel strategy. He's been able to do this in every series that I've seen him race in. Just be able to get out there, save fuel, and try something different than everybody else. We'll ride along with him as we'll see kind of where he is kind of working here. Vance a little delay in the camera there. Apologies about that. Look at the line. He's just holding a little bit of wiggles there. You can see it in his hands, and you can see it on screen what he's going to be able to do. Into the inside he goes. Takes a little peek to the... Look at him lean. He's in VR, but look at the lean here.
Yeah, the all-important lean to help you get more weight on the left side of the car.
I call it the Mario Kart lean.
Yeah, it's always a thing. I don't think anybody can escape it. You just kind of go into the corner and you're following the car. You're just following the banking. That's you're trying to compensate. Yeah, just him being behind the 12 car here, I'd be worried if I'm the 12 car of letting him by and keeping him behind you. It's kind of one of those situations where if you let him by and he's slow and he backs you up into the 1 car, that's a problem. If you let him stay behind you and he's, fast and, you're partially focused on him, and then you burn up your stuff focusing on a lap car, then all of a sudden you're going to fall back to the car behind you. So this is kind of one of those situations where you need to make a decision on what you want to do here, and I think the 12 car is making the decision of, I want to be in front of you, push me down the straightaway, and let's see what we can do here.
Big checkup came from the 12s there, as the line difference here, maybe just the drift up the race line. Vance able to carry into the corner nice and easy. He is staying out of the throttle and keeping enough pace between he and the 12. 12 gets a good run off the corner right there. So first car 1 lap down, right behind the race leader. Look at that big checkup, second lane. 12's going to be backing up the corner from that second lane, trying to have a low drive line off, and that actually disrupts the natural flow for Vance. You can see what Vance wants to do here and the 12's line dictating that he can't do that.
Yeah, if you're Squick and you want to get by him, you got to be very, very careful here to just not wreck the leader. You do not want to be that person to kind of make contact with the leader. Yeah, he's at the point now where he's been behind him for so long. I'd be worried that my tires are starting to equalize and I don't have the advantage I once had. As you see, there's a car on the apron there. I wonder who that was. It was the 36 of Trenton Murphy.
Murphy doing his thing. There's our good buddy, the 35, who's going to be in 8th right now. Here's a look at what Rich Holland is doing. Some drivers going to pit road, coming off pit road. Parker Weekly, one of those drivers in pit road right now. So green flag pit stop starting to happen once again. 85 of 162. 86 now for the leader. Whoa, big checkups for drivers. They try to get to pit road. Holy cow, that was nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah, the 18 car of Brian Wasserman got very, very close there. Just almost made it on pit road. Was able to kind of get it down under the commitment line, but he had to go all the way out to the little checkered part on the outside on pit entry.
Take a look. There's the 31 on your screen right there. Will Kearns in second behind the 42 as Andrew Phipps still rolls the corner. 36 comes off right there. You see the difference on tires. Able to pass two cars in one turn.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Makes you feel like Superman, and then all of a sudden they get a 2-lap difference on you, and you're just looking at your relative, and you can see them kind of passing you by almost 2/10 a lap.
Seeing a lot more drivers use driver gloves or forms of things to be able to continue to have grip. Will Kern, one of those, the 31. We're on board with him as you see the relative kind of roll. Skokie Esports, of course, my driver cam sponsor, and I love what he does. So make sure you give him a follow, twitch.tv/ Skokie Esports. YouTube, hit that search bar, hit Skokie Esports out there as well. He's my gaming buddy. One of my gaming buddies. We've got a couple of them out there. Chris is one of those. Thank you so much to everybody kicking butt and taking names. Internet issues back with a vengeance. Hey, are you getting storms down there? Because I'm getting. I had dropped frames earlier, and I just wanted to make sure because you're where you are at is where basically all of our stuff comes from. So just kind of bear that in mind. I wanted to kind of reach out and say, hey, this is what happened. All right, Will Kearns coming to pit road as the race leader. Brian Farrington, Justin Malarkey, Vance Goik looks to be coming back around. And full send. Some rain here, but nothing crazy. We're getting the sky outside is black as night, but it's like 8 o'clock when the sun hasn't even set yet. Cody, miss racing these things. Cody, how you doing, man? There's fires going on in your hometown. Man, oh man, be safe, folks. I will tell you, be safe. Vance Coy goes back to the lead here. Yeah. I tell you what, you folks be safe out there. The fires are never good. Vance Skoik out there, he gets his lap back. He's about 6.5 seconds, so he'll still get his lap back, or he'll be off the lead lap coming to pit road. But Vance Skoik leading laps here is going to be about 2 laps longer than the race leader. So he's doing exactly what I think you're doing. Cody, how are you doing, man? You missed racing these things. These guys are always looking for good drivers, and Cody, you get your butt back in there. Tell you what, man. How are you doing? How's the music going? How is life going? Man, oh man, I haven't seen you in a minute. Thanks for being in chat, bro. Right near the hospital that your girlfriend is going to be working at in about a man. You tell your girlfriend to be safe. Crownover able to pick up some time to Phipps here. His last lap, 31.28, came in 2 laps earlier than Andrew Phipps. He is trying to do the same thing Joshua Brock is. Crownover still trying to have a top 3 night. He's one of those drivers that you can't count out over the long haul as well.
Yeah, that 28 car came down the same lap as Joshua Brock, and when he came down, he gained a ton of time. He came out same time the 1 car did, but he was on the outside of him. He was actually able to carry the momentum on the apron and was actually able to pass Brock purely on just pit roads. So, yeah, just a hell of a pit entry there. I think that needs to be something to look at for the rest of the race. If he's able to hit that mark and maintain with Phipps, he might be able to gain a couple seconds every time he comes on the pit road and might find himself ahead of Phipps for first.
I tell you what, and you weren't joking. His total pit lane time, which includes this pit stop, 42.93. I wish SDK did have that overlay. I could show you your total pit lane time. I might try to write the code for that and see if I can get it to work. Andrew Phipps came in. He was 44.5 seconds. Joshua Brock, 45.1. So we're talking 1.8 second difference and almost a 3 second difference, sorry, 2.2 second difference between Cronover and Joshua Brock. It's just insane. Cody, yeah, I've been seeing your stuff, man. I've been keeping up on a little bit of what you do. I try to follow what you're doing and you know, all your music. You do a phenomenal job, so keep it rolling out there, Cody. Appreciate you being in chat, and you're a hell of a racer too. So if you're thinking about getting another iRacing rig, I recommend this league for you. This is a league I think that you would be absolutely thrilled to run. It's a throwback league. They run throwback paint schemes, and they have a ton of fun with it. They utilize all the rules from back in the day, the point schedule, just everything. They run the entire schedule. I think they're running the entire schedule of the 2003 schedule. So it's going to be a lot of racing, a lot of laps, a lot of fun for them. Anyway, it's just awesome. The fire's been going since yesterday. Started to smell smoke coming through the vents the other night. And I tell you what, no bueno, man. No bueno. Fires are, especially, you know, wildfires, they're just absolutely... The one thing in life you can't control is Mother Nature, and sometimes, and people. You can't control people. I don't care how much you try. You know, so, you know, you just got to kind of deal with it. Crownover trying to track down Phipps. Phipps out front by a second now. Picks off the 97 of Jeff Ramsdale. Ramsdale came to pit road on 89, so he is running 2-lap different tires. He is actually might be trying to pick off the 12 here. As we'll say, oh man, a little bit free on the bottom. Getting those left sides down below that white line can really throw you off.
Yeah, it's a fine line there where you're wrapping that line, the old Harvick line at the proper good Atlanta. It's very, very good to kind of stay down there, especially if you're trying to save the tire, because you can kind of get that straight exit off. Just make sure that you're not over abusing that right front tire. But, you know, you saw there, he caught the apron just a little bit and got a little bit loose there and had to lose a little bit of time there.
He's trying to Sharpie things up. Little Rubbermaid joke. Gotta love it. And if you've noticed, they're all Chevys. This whole manufacturer that they put in the ARCA series is Chevys, but they have denoted the cars that ran the manufacturers out there. They're actually running the manufacturer label on there. So Phipps technically has a Ford on his paint scheme as the Taurus look. So does the 28 Joshua Brock, running quote-unquote a Chevy. Right here's the Pontiac of the Tabasco number 35. There's my Spicy Man. He's up one right now, so he's rolling pretty darn decently. 23 Vance Scoik on fire right now. He is rolling. Holy cow. Carmen Cena, thank you for becoming a follower out there. Gene, thank you for becoming a follower as well. That's the love to you. 99 at 162. What do we think is going to happen? Getting down, let's do the math. They came to pit road on 187 or on 87, so that means they're 12 laps into this cycle. They've been running about. Actually, we'll pull that up. Pit strategy, bottom right of your screen, folks. Actually, whole right of your screen. We're seeing 30, 31, 28. 30, basically about 30 laps. So I was pretty close. Tell you what, this is pretty darn close there. If I'm looking at this and I'm saying that they're going to run 29 laps, it's going to put the drivers in somewhere around 116, 117. And then if we do the math, they're going to be at least one more pit stop after that. So 2 more pit stops to go. Maybe enough to be able to hold on to it. I don't know. Vance Scoik might have this one figured out on his side. We shall see, though, because, you know, a lot of racing still left to go. 31 of Will Kern. Right there in front of the 23. Big draft area. 23 is able to be fast over the long haul and run the same speeds as Andrew Phipps. Only the last 2 laps before Phipps came to pit road was Vance Scoik any slower than him.
Talking on strategy, one of the options that you can do here late in the race, I know it's a very, very risky call to do in the ARCA cars, but depending on the racetrack, you might be able to get it to work. You take 2 tires late in the run if you can kind of make that final stint just very, very, very short. Just go as long as you can that final stint. Just take right side tires and then come out. You're going to lose, the time it comes down to take a pit stop, but you're not going to lose so much time that you're going to just be falling off. But you are going to be very, very loose coming out. It's wouldn't recommend it if you haven't practiced it during practice, but yeah, it's definitely an option on the table.
I would say that we're going to have about 20 laps to go when they take their final pit stop. So that is something to keep in mind if I do the math and they do 30, that'll put them in on 147 again, 146, 147. Yeah, we're talking 15 laps.
Yeah, if it's a short run like that, that is definitely an option on the table. If you're somebody who's short pitting here, that might just kind of force your hand to pit and just kind of get even stints here to the end, which would probably be preferred, unless you're kind of out front and you're able to kind of have the freedom to pick whatever you want. But yeah, it's just that situation of just where you're going to come down to the end and you have to make a decision.
Cam Dario here, and for whatever reason, Discord keeps switching my scene for. I keep Kyle up to date on what I'm doing through Discord, and it's just being a pain in my tuchus. I can't wait until I get you hooked up. We're going to get them hooked up. Speaking of getting hooked up, if you want to get hooked up with 3 months of SDK, all you got to do is comment and like one of my videos, and I'm going to throw you into a big old run of a possibility of getting I'm going to give away 3-month subscription to SDK Gaming. That'll be courtesy of myself over here. I want more folks to try SDK because I think it is probably one of the best platforms to be able to do what I'm doing, and also for your own streams, some great tools to be had. 48 comes off pit road. He was on pit road. He's got some fresh tires. He wants to drive around the 23. 23 still able to be competitive here down to the bottom side. 48 drives to the high side. Dario, no stranger to speed as he rolls the corner. Will Kern's going to be in the 31. Off 2, right behind Spicy, but that's the battle that's happening right now. As Vance got around, Cam Dario went ahead and got around him as well. Dario in 18th right now. It's going to be 2 laps down, trying to work his way to Andrew Phipps, who's coming across the front stripe to make it lap 107. Boy, I tell you. But
yeah, Andrew Phipps out front, he's got this race, he's got the strategy out in front of him to where he can kind of go out here and kind of make his own race here. With a 5-second gap behind, he just needs to focus on getting a good pit entry. When he does decide to pit, he can be kind of reactionary to what the 28 and the 1 does. He has the pace to do so, but he needs to make sure that he doesn't kind of screw himself over here with the lap cars, kind of getting caught up and trying to race them hard. He's been doing good, and everyone in this race has been doing awesome. We're just kind of keeping it clean, so I wouldn't expect any issues, but it's always just one of those things in the back of your head of where you let somebody by who's a lap car, and he might hold you up, or you might have an incident where you're holding them up and they think they need to go for it, they go for it, and then you guys make contact, and you just lose a 5-second lead, and now you're in the wall.
Brock and Crown over side by side. This is the battle for second here, as Andrew Phipps has been nothing but speed demon out there, trying to make sure that he carries the lanes going forward. I kind of want to take a look. I want to make sure I look at the point standings, because that is some of the bigger information that we want to make sure that we're looking at. All right, there's the roster. There's the information. I had their points. Where is the points?
Ramsdale has actually passed the 12 car of Phipps for the to get back on the or only get back to 1 lap down. So he was able to kind of complete that pass, got him around the outside, exiting turn 4.
Jeff is. I'm a fan of Jeff. I'm a fan of every driver that I broadcast for. If you haven't seen, what I've looked into when it comes to these guys, I invest my time and everything that I do for these folks, because I enjoy the fact that they put so much time and effort into this. So for me to be able to stream these kinds of things for these folks, Just blows my mind. All right, we're going to the Winston Throwback Series. I am looking at the seasons. I'm going to look at the points. Season 2, view the season. Andrew Phipps right now with 1 win on the series, 478 points over Donnell Williams, the Brasco man. I got to check on him because Williams, this is his home track. He sponsored this race, and right now he's in 11th. He's up 4. Biggest mover of the race right in front of him. Parker Weekly up 14. And somebody that I was trying to keep my eye on was Bunnell. He finds himself in 22nd. He actually is out of the race. Some drivers out of the race right now due to some contact, it does look like. I didn't see any incident. Now I'm going to go back and take a look and see what happened. Nathan Dillard in pit road. I'm not seeing. I don't know what happened. I'm having to scroll. Go ahead. You were going to say something, Kyle.
If you're referring about Jesse Bunnell on the 17 car, it looks like he pitted and just was in his pit box and then just stayed there and just didn't move. So either a penalty or some sort of issue there going on, or just needing to get off the rig for some reason. Unfortunate to see there. So we got pit stops.
Parker Weekly coming to pit road, the number 8 from 12th. He's going to find himself to pit road. Andrew Phipps out here just still trying to carry speed around 3 and 4 on the front straightaway. Look at this is considered a quad oval because of that front stretch. And that
we got contact. The 41 just got booted by the 20 car there.
Oh, dang it. Hold on. You said...
That was in the middle of 3 and 4. There was contact between the 20 and the 41 car.
Oh, buddy. All right, let's take a look. Ryan Farrington might have looked like he was coming around. Let's, you know what, folks? I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way because the alert's not showing up for me. For whatever reason, it's not happening. It's not happening. Ooh, he did get a bump. At least it wasn't that far away. So here's a look at what he was just talking about. 41, the 20 of Brian Farrington. 18 a little free. 20's a little free right there. 20's trying to go down to the bottom. 20 gets into the bottom, gives him a bump. 41 saves it. Well, that was a bump and run if I ever saw one. 41 comes down to pit road. Andrew Phipps still out there. Will Kern's going to be in second. Rich Holland, Brian Farrington, Donnell Williams. Haas Beverly in 6th. Crownover's the driver we're looking for here. He got on pit road just as fast as he did last time. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's just, there's a couple of racetracks where if you have the confidence to, oh man, the 28 got super loose off the corner there. He's able to save it, just probably burnt off a bunch of his right rear tire. You're talking about how great of an exit he got off of pit road, but he just potentially just burned up a lot of the time there with our tire wear on that right rear with just how loose he just got off turn 4. Or turn 2.
Will Kern's going to be your race leader, 31. Phipps came to pit road, and he came in at a full head of steam, trying to maximize his on-track time because he knew that Crownover came to pit road. And Crownover still a second and a third better getting into his pit stall than the Andrew Phipps, who has led a ton of time here. Man, oh man. Will Kern out front's going to put a bunch of drivers a lap down. Vance going to go around. He's going to be right where he needs to be. Crownover. You were talking about the time that he needed to gain. Well, I'll tell you what, Phipps is just now getting up to pace. Look where Crownover is. He is right there behind him once again.
Yeah, 28 car's got to run down the backstretch. He's going to be able to make a move and look down on the inside as the 12 car decides to go to the high line there. So it looks like the 28's going to get at least next to the 12 car exiting the corner here. They're side by side. 12 car's going to have the benefit of newer tires, but he's going to have to deal with the cold tires for a lap or two. The ARCA car is very finicky when you have the cold tires on them. They get to be very loose and finicky up until the tire pressures go up. The 28 car clears the 12 car exiting too.
12 a little free in the dirty air. He doesn't get to be in dirty air very often. And right now, pulling the inside lane over the 28, Vance Squake, your race leader Will Kern, your race leader, he's on pit road. Vance comes around. He's going to be trying to close some more time. Anthony Crownover able to clear Andrew Phipps and now be able to hold on to it. Phipps going to be looking exactly where he needs to be. So we're on the last leg of the pit stops, folks. We're going to see him come back in roughly about 147. 28 free off the corner. Up the lane. Goes back. Holy cow, that was nerve-wracking.
Yeah, the 28 did that a couple times there. He was, he's done that 2 times now. I'd be worried about his right rear if I were him. It's going to come back to hurt him probably later in the run. You see the one car of Brock coming up to the rear bumper of them as well. So we got a fight that's developing up here at the front.
Justin Malarkey in the mix as well. The 66 came out of 113. He's been able to roll. Andrew Phipps came out of 116. 3-lap difference on tires. As right now, Crownover not ready to give up just yet. Phipps right there to the back bumper. 28 there to defend.
Yeah, 28 car with older tires. Just that little bit of lap that he put on these tires seems to be hurting him a little bit. We got the 12 on the inside. He's going to get as close as he can to that rear quarter panel just to get that good entry into the corner. He's a little bit high there, almost doors him. Just some good hard racing there. He's going to be able to clear him off of turn 2.
Crownover has the right idea, I think. If he can continue to do what he just did, get himself to pit road when he needs to come to pit road, that's going to be the play here. And drivers still looking at good speed. Will Kern came in on 118. He's going to be the driver I'm going to be looking at as well. So the 31 off 4 in 7th right now is going to be kind of pushing his envelope as well. Vance Goik, he came out of 119. He just left pit road this last lap, so he's going to be getting up to speed. Rich Crane runs his fastest lap of the race, and he's behind Vance Goik by 2.8 seconds. But I'm telling you what, one lap is all the difference here.
Oh, we got the 12 car in the wall in the front stretch.
And slow. Contact. Huge and slow. Holy cow. Let's take a look at what happened here. Crownover right here. Here's Phipps. He got tied off the corner. It looked like he kind of rolled up there. Let's one more time. That's big news. Phipps hardly ever gets himself in that situation. He just carried too much speed. Oh, and he arced the wall.
Yeah, unfortunate there. You got the that little right rear quarter panel hang that's on these cars. It's a scanned oval car ran, so it's got that flare out in the right rear to kind of give that extra side force. So that kind of hooks you and pulls you into the wall there, and that unfortunately gives him a whole bunch of extra contact there, because he wasn't able to pull it off the wall.
Phipps comes down pit road, maybe to try to change those tires, put himself on a strategy here. Because he's going to have to do something as he sits in his pit stall. That right side damage, huge for the 12. Anthony Crownover there to capitalize. He's going to have to hold off Joshua Brock for a little while and try to find his own pace. I tell you what, Crownover can do it here if he and Joshua Brock come down to pit stalls and pit strategy. They came in on the same lap, 113, all the way to 3rd. Malarkey came in on 113. Rich Holland in 4th. He came out on 115. He's got 2 lap fresher tires than Justin Malarkey, so don't count out Rich Holland just yet. And don't count out Phipps. Phipps is leaving pit road right now. Don't count him out just yet. Anything can happen. We can have ourselves a caution. We can have ourselves any kind of detrimental issue, but with 126 left to go, he's going to have to pit at least one more time.
Yeah, the only thing though with Phipps is just the amount of damage that potentially he got on that car. Some of it might not be repairable, and some of it might be engine damage, just with the way the iRacing damage model works. This league does not have fast repairs, which I think is awesome. So he is going to have to get that repaired manually on pit road. So yeah, he's kind of in a pickle here, and he needs to keep his fingers crossed for some good luck to come his way, because if he gets lapped here by the 28, which is definitely possible with the damage that he might have, he's going to be in some big trouble here.
He took tires and went ahead and took an extra 17 seconds of repair, so 32 seconds inside his pit stall. That's enough for some of the damage. I don't know how much. Maybe he got it all taken care of. We talk about the right sides on iRacing, and this is for every manufacturer on the oval circuit. You can hold me to it. The right side is the one side that you kind of have to protect. In the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series, they kind of run the right side as your radiator side, getting right rear damage flares in. These cars would have more downforce if they had little wings on the back on the back quarter panels of the cars that kind of push them to the outside, get some more grip on the bottom. But if you damage the right side of those cars, you will find yourself in an issue. So Andrew Phipps is 1 3/4 of a lap down from Anthony Crownover. Would need to pass him almost twice to be able to win this race and be able to carry enough fuel. So maybe he might be thinking about saving fuel here.
That's definitely a play, especially with just how this run is going. You're able to kind of pit late there and able to kind of stretch it. So I definitely think that's on the cards, and I definitely kind of shoot for that strategy there.
News of the day, Andrew Phipps, current points leader, trailing 130, 162. Hydrate break for everybody. We'll come back, answer questions. Coulter, yes, it is Coulter. MCI is going to be it. Yes, sir. Coulter, Michael Coulter, and there's a link in the description to be able to find it. But I'll answer any more questions, all the likes and all the stuff we've got going on out there. Much love to everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. We're going to have to hydrate. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty at the end of this race. And just we were talking off air here as we were talking about kind of what things were going on, and Cam Dario had an issue, and it looks like caution's going to come out. We were talking about if this thing runs green to the end, what's going to happen, and look at that. Caution comes out, second time for race incident, and holy cow.
This actually works out pretty well for Anthony Crownover because I don't think he's listed as a lap down.
MCI Graphics on Trading Paints. Michael Coulter is going to be the name you're going to be looking up under Painters, and you'll be able to see it up there. You'll see that logo MCI. Here's what happened to bring out the caution. Free and easy down the road I go, and you know that he didn't want that to happen. What a save. Oh, he almost had it completely saved. He almost had a 360 going on there, but instead, he pulled a helicopter. The helicopter comes out, slams it on the ground, says, yep, that's what happened.
Yeah, thankfully, though, that he was going low enough speed where, you know, that damage is only going to be minimal. It's still going to be there, so it's going to be, got to come down and get those optionals done. But, yeah, the 28 is going to be out front here with those tires that he pitted for. He pitted right before the caution came out, and he wasn't knocked a lap down, so he's able to kind of stay out here, cycle to the front, and have fresh tires. Unfortunately, I think this caution kind of eliminates, or it does eliminate all the strategy that we had going on there, where we had, you know, the 23 and the 48 all on different strategies. So we're getting just a straight shootout here to the end of the race, so this should be fun.
Lucky dog's going to be Charles Vance. So that does work into his advantage. Crownover being scored 11th right now, so I think technically he is looking for a free pass. It'll be Crownover, Murphy, Rich Crane, Andrew Phipps. Phipps, that's a lucky situation for Andrew Phipps. So he's going to take a free pass here. Jeff Ramsdale might stay out here as well. We'll see. Man, oh man. So Andrew Phipps comes to pit road. Actually, Trent Murphy's going to be coming to pit road. I was wondering if Phipps needs to come in for fuel. That could have played to his advantage here. If he's shutting the car off, he could be light. 25 laps to go here under caution for the second time. And that is an impressive feat to have. Where do we go? What do we do? My goodness.
Well, you're talking about Phipps here. If I'm Phipps or anybody else that had any contact that we might have missed throughout the race, come down, get that optional repaired, just get it all done and ready for the end of the race. Just because, you know, the 12 car hit the wall pretty hard there. You saw him kind of sitting in his box for a little bit. He's now out. Didn't look like he was in there too long, but just any damage that you have, you need to get repaired. I really, really like the idea of not having fast repairs. It really makes your moves have to be decisive and doesn't lead to any over aggressiveness, knowing that you have fast repair left.
You can full send it all day long, but the wall or the other cars around you are dependent on you running clean. 166.35. It's going to be your top three. Kern, Wasserman, Hales, Weekly, Beverly, Williams, and Van Squake. Van Squake, your lucky dog, will start at the tail end of the field. Anthony Crownover will be behind him looking for a free pass. He did come to pit road, so he's going to be good. And that almost worked to his. If I were him, I would have not come to my pit stall. I would have came straight out and not worried about that. I don't know if he was on in his pit stall at that time, but we shall see. So Crownover, who had the strategy to win here, I think, came in at the wrong time. That's just, it's all about choices, folks, and sometimes you try to make the right one and it just doesn't work that way. Nathan Diller 12 laps down. We've got about 5 or 6 drivers 1 lap down. Andrew Phipps, first driver, looking for a free pass here. Looking for the lucky dog. Trent Murphy will be the same. Jeff Ramsdale, Sammy Harrell, Brian Farrington. But anything can happen. And we've seen races go green in the last 10 laps, have 3 cautions.
Yeah, talking about the 28 car with the what he could have, would have, should have done. Well, he was in his pit box and when the caution came out, so unfortunately he didn't have any choice in the matter.
Oh, dang. That's all right. He gets a free pass. He'll still be on the lead lap. Kind of hoping I think he was kind of hoping he was going to have the lead there, but when a caution comes out and you're in your pit stall, you are behind the pace truck at that particular point.
Restarting here with Joshua Brock, Justin Malarkey, Richard Holland, William Kern, and Brian Wasserman in your top 5. Malarkey here, not been out front this whole race. Kind of seeing him out front here. We've seen Richard Holland up in the front, kind of throwing moves here, but cool to see Malarkey as we've got a crash in the back.
28, 97 involved, 42 involved, and man, oh man, Andrew Phipps will get his lucky dog. We're going to have to see what happened there. Vance, part of that third caution. I talked about it. I said, hey, you know, it can happen. Caution once again. Going back here just a little bit here. Anthony had passed the 23. He had a good run right there. A little far chase for you. Let's take a look and see what happened. Comes there. Big check up in front of him. Oh, goes to turn in. Not meaning to do that. You can tell just by his movements he did not mean to do that.
Yeah, there was something going on with I believe that's a 19 car. Just with how he was moving around. Either he was getting loose or his entry was a little light in, and that kind of caused some confusion there. And then he had three people behind him trying to guess, and then just unfortunately, someone zigged when they should have zagged, and they got hooked.
Here's something that you would normally see, folks, or sometimes you don't normally see, but we're going to show you from the cockpit view here. The run the 28's getting right here. Watch the run. Passes on after he crosses the start finish line. 36 is low. He's going to be there. Watch the checkups. That's exactly what happened, and that's what you see. So 28 unable to stay out of it, gets himself around, and man, oh man, lucky dog. Andrew Phipps comes back to the lead lap. And he's going to have about 20 laps to try to drive himself to the front. I think 18 when we go back to green flag racing here, folks. MCI graphics on trading paints. You reckon he paints it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're in a position here to where if we get another kind of 5-lap run here and we get a quick caution, you're going to have a lot of people in the back kind of deciding to go pit and put fresh tires on it, or maybe even some people up in the front deciding to come down and put tires on, because any laps on these tires are going to take wear and pace out of the tires. So if you got a set left and you think you can throw it on the car and you think that they're going to go green to the end, that might be the call if there's another caution. But with us only getting about a corner into that restart there, there's not much room for strategy here.
Brock, your race leader. Malarkey, Holland, Kern, Wasserman. That's going to be your top 5. Bill Hales up in the mix. Melanie, get in there and cheer him on. Your 2 biggest movers of the race are going to be the 8 and the 14. Parker Weekly and Haas Beverly. Haas is the guy that I would say is the sleeper of this. He's just quiet. He's just very quiet. He's doing a good job. Just trying to chill, relax, not do too much. Rich Crane is going to be in the 41. He's going to be in 11th here. He is on the lead lap. Anthony Crownover went and got some damage repaired. Took 58 seconds of repairs. Went ahead and slapped some tires on it. Andrew Phipps will start at the tail end of the field here. Joshua Brock is going to be your race leader. There's going to be a battle going on. Man. Phipps could have came to, and if he really wanted to, he could have came and got tires again.
Yeah, but there's only 5 sets available here, and if we get a late race restart, you got to make sure that you do have enough tires for the end of the race. So, yeah, I think that really wasn't on the cards for how little laps they had there.
Yeah, good. But if I have one bad restart, you know what I'm doing? I'm getting tires. That's what I'm doing. You know why I'm doing that? Because if I don't do that, I will not have any grip. That's just me. Carol, thank you for the follow. Alfano, thank you for the follow. Megan, thank you for the follow. Toss, thank you for the follow. McWilliams, thank you for the follow. Burton, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Carmencita, thank you for the follow. You are all amazing out there. Thank you for giving a follow on Facebook. Much love to you. You were all killing it with those numbers. We're at 4,375. Thank you for getting us close to 5,000 followers. 88% complete of the goal. Thank you so much. If you choose to, make sure you get out there and hit that subscribe button, a subscription button, a supporter button, whatever that thing is on Facebook. For 17 cents a day, you can support a small streamer and put food in my dog's mouth. Thank you to all the likes out there on the old YouTube channel. Keep doing it. I think we can get to 10. If you have not liked, make sure that you do it. Thank you for all the views and everything that you're doing out there. Get us to 10 likes out there if you don't mind. 1 more is all you need. You got 9. Might as well make it 10. And thank you to all the likes on Facebook as well. Appreciate you very much. Lights are off. What do we need?
Well, if you're the one car, you're going to need to get a really, really good restart here and not spin your tires.
He's going to do it. Green flag.
Yeah, he was getting a good restart there. It looks like Malarkey kind of evened out with them. They're kind of holding even, so fairly clean restart. It takes a little while back before we break up to single file as we got a spinner in the back. The 42 of Sammy Harrell spins out, hits the inside wall, and that's not going to bring out a caution.
Sammy's stuck in the grass right here. He's got a left tire that is completely off.
Another accident in the back. The 41 car almost gets spun. He saves it. Wow, that was amazing.
Sammy Harrell had to jump to pit road. 41 of Rich Crane. Andrew Phipps trying to get around him. That was Jeff Ramsdale. Here's what happened here. Crownover trying to get around the 97. Looks like the 42 got loose right there. 28 is up high. Ramsdale's here. 41 looks a little free. Wanted to make sure. Oh, the night. Oh, big checkup from the 41. Gets into the nose of the 28. Holy cow, they are just on it.
Yeah, that 41 car, man, he's got to give him an award or something for today's race because he's had two amazing saves. Richard Crane, driver of the day, at least from making sure you don't wreck the car when you get dead sideways.
Joshua Brock runs his fastest lap of the race. And Will Kern runs the fastest lap of the race. 31:03, trying to be dangerous here as they get into 3 and 4. 35 behind the 66. Right now, Joshua Brock trying to put everything into that car that he's got. And Malarkey closing the distance right now, side by side racing for the 35 and the 31. 35 up next to the wall. Pulls the speed that he needs, gets and clears the 31 into the corner. He goes. Joshua Brock trying to hold on for the number 1. He wanted to show that pace scheme off. Well, he's doing it. He's out front by a quarter second. But Justin Malarkey, I called him a sleeper. That's what he is. Fan favorite getting into the corner. Will Kern tries to get into the corner as well. 35 is going to roll the high side. And 35 might clear the 31 again.
Yeah, 35 in the middle of 1 and 2 was able to get a good entry into the corner there. Was very excited that he got in front of the 31, but then carried it all the way down to the white line and crossed over the white line onto the apron. Got a little bit loose there, kind of went up the track, and that's what caused the 31 of Kern to kind of get some momentum here. But that kind of clears up Kern here to kind of close up on Joshua Brock here for the lead.
Brock, Malarkey, Holland, Kern, Wasserman in the 18. He's going to be, he was the guy you said to look out for on your side of the screen. I'm looking at Brock going, hey, you know what? You got 0.3 of a second, and you got Justin Malarkey trying to close down that distance. 13 laps to go. There is enough time for some tire wear. Giro, thank you very much for the like out there. Much love for you. One more time. Holy cow, look at him run.
Yeah, the one car of Joshua Brock, able to get down to the bottom lane a little bit more cleanly, is able to kind of keep that pressure off the right front. Looks like Malarkey's able to kind of arc it out and kind of get it down a little bit, running higher up and then kind of running wider off. I like the move of Joshua Brock as we see Malarkey getting very, very close to the one car here.
Feather in the throttle. You can hear the engine of both of the cars. You can hear the one in front of the 66. But you see what the 66 is doing. He breaks up, pulls some clean air to the nose, drops in up next to the wall, holds the line on the second line. Watch the drive off in the corner for the 1. He's going to be a little bit clean up to the wall, but watch what Malarkey does all the way down to the grass. Cleans the nose off of the car, gets himself a 10th back in, rolls that second lane one more time.
Yeah, to get a pass here done cleanly and aggressively. Oh, as you see the one car getting just a tiny, tiny bit loose there in the middle of the corner. Wasn't very obvious that he got loose, but you saw his right rear kind of getting a little bit squirrely there. The 66 of Justin Malarkey looking on the inside, able to carry the bottom here, but he's not going to be able to carry the momentum onto the front stretch, which gave him the opportunity the last time around. He's going to be running the bottom here. If he can stay to that quarter panel, he can potentially get him on the side draft and kind of pull him back, but he's going to fall back in line.
About another battle going on. 35, 31 trying to clear each other. 35 able to carry the corner. That's some close racing right there as the 35 carries the back straightaway one more time. 18 up high with him. Malarkey trying to close the distance. 10 laps to go. As I tell you what, this is some of the best racing that we've seen all season. 66 still running the second lane. One rolls the bottom as Malarkey carried enough speed to work the inside. Now it has to rebound after losing all that time. I think he's gonna have to find himself trying to pass the one on the inside, making sure that he's pinched down.
Yeah, you got to make sure you either enter in with enough momentum or enough, kind of get the run on him with enough momentum to where you can kind of make that inside lane work and kind of clear him, or just enter in hard enough to where you know that you can slide up and get a slide job and kind of claim that higher lane. That higher lane is preferred because, at least with these fast laps, you're able to just maintain speed and momentum, and that's so important here with these ARCA cars, which are maybe a little bit more down on horsepower compared to like the Xfinity or in the Cup car.
Justin Malarkey closing back down the distance. Rich Holland still rolling the second lane, still working the corner. 31 still trying to close his distance down. 31 free off the corner a little bit right there. 18 of Wasserman behind, trying to pick up some pace. 6 spot belongs to the 25. He's now doing a decent job. 66 back to the inside. He's going to carry up the racetrack. Runs a different line here for the 1 and the 66. Man, oh man, oh man. 7 laps to go. I think Malarkey's trying to figure out what pace he needs here. And the two evenly matched drivers, somebody blinked there on my screen. 1 there with it, 66 to the back bumper, trying to find pace. Into the corner they go. A big turn. Watch the corner. He's got it locked in here just a little bit as they come around onto the front straightaway. Malarkey next to the wall. Joshua Brock able to defend for a moment. Watch the drop into the corner here. This is the most important corner for Joshua Brock because he's so dang old good at it. He's going to force Malarkey to have to keep checking up out of 1 and 2. Rich Holland catching pace, though. He is closing down the distance into 31 of William Kern and Brian Wasserman. That top 5, you can throw a blanket over him.
Yeah, you're seeing them kind of inching up higher and higher and higher, just trying to get that momentum. They're just focusing mainly on just getting that momentum. They were throwing out the tire strategy because with as little laps left as they have, as we see the 66 going on the inside of the 1, sends it in hard. Oh, it looks like he's going to have to check up maybe a little bit as the 1's going to pull even with him. They're probably going to side draft here down the backstretch, and they make a little bit of contact, actually. Yeah, the 66 has got to get back to that right rear quarter panel. He does not. He gets right back in line, and it looks like he's going to follow suit and kind of run that middle lane.
He knows what he has to do. Will Kern back here. He's all right, though. He's still continuing to move forward. Bill Hales will take over 5th. Tell you what, Will Kern was trying to make some things happen there. He got a little tight off the corner. 8 goes around, so he's going to drop a few spots here. Rich Holland solid behind the race leaders. An opportunity. Now Holland comes into play. Holy cow, what a race.
Yeah, Holland just looks very, very stable with those tires. Just the way that he's exiting the corner. It's not like he's kind of washing up the track. He's just very, very precise with his movements. The car's not like just going uphill like it doesn't want to. You see that a little bit with the 66 and the 1. And the 1 just doesn't look so unhappy with the tires like the 66 does. It just kind of looks like these exits aren't as strong.
Not
very,
as comfortable.
Interesting.
Doesn't look comfortable. And right now, 35 right there in the mix. 1, 2, 3, all within a quarter second of each other. A little bump for the 66. He gives him a bump. He's going to make the run. That was a huge run from Malarkey. He says, go up that racetrack. 35 is going to draft somebody here. 166 side by side. 35 trying to capitalize with somebody here. Not enough room. The 1 holds on to the bump and run. Malarkey needs to close the distance. Holland right behind. Holy goodness gravy.
Yeah, Malarkey there just was trying to get a good run there entering the corner and was probably charging his entry a little bit more than the 1 was expecting. And the 1 kind of got off the gas a little bit, and then Malarkey hit the back bumper at him. But it looks like we're coming here to 1 to go.
Turn 4, exit. 66 has 1 more chance. Holland has an opportunity here as well. White flag waves for the final lap here at Hot Atlanta.
Justin Malarkey here enters high. He's going to cut low. Does not look like he has major momentum on the backstretch, but it depends on whether or not the 1's going to get a good enough exit.
66 1 last time. Has to send the corner. If he is going to do anything, he's got to do it now. To the high side he goes. Not going to do it. Joshua Brock comes around and wins the 4th race of the season here at Atlanta. Malarkey, Rich Holland finished 2nd and 3rd. Wasserman finishes in 4th. Parker Weekly, your biggest mover of the race, up 19 spots, finds the top 5.
That was a hell of a finish there. Justin Malarkey able to finish P2. Thankfully, with that contact entering turn 3, they didn't wad it up there. That was an amazing finish, and good job there by everyone competing.
Dark Horizon Fishing giving you all of the white flag action and to the checkered flag. Of course, Dark Horizon Fishing giving you your top 5 drivers are going to be competing for some extra cash and some bonuses coming up very soon. Those races, of course, we will dictate which ones are which. I think Charlotte's going to be the next one. So just like in 2003, they're going to have the Throwback 5. One wins it here. What a race that was. As he celebrates, he's going to have the race sponsor behind, having fun. Wichita Falls, Texas, Chesapeake Bay, Virginia native, enjoying it. He sent me the. He said, "Look out for that paint scheme," and we found it. Silver Bullet getting it. Whew.
Yeah, I was able to kind of hold off there at the end. It was just a very, very competitive race. Malarkey kind of breathing down his neck there. We saw the 35, the Tabasco Fiasco car coming up behind, and just adding to that pressure. We saw Kern in the 31 just kind of entering the corner in the back and catching the wall and falling out of the top 5. Yeah, just a crazy good race. A good defense by Brock, being able to save the car when he got contact there by Malarkey behind him. And yeah, just a hell of a shootout there once we had that late caution throwing the strategy out the window.
Andrew Phipps led the most laps today, but Joshua Brock led the last stint that mattered. He's going to be a race winner. Malarkey finishes in 2nd. Rich Holland 3rd. Wasserman, Weekly, Hales, Kern, Beverly, Williams, Van Squake, all inside the top 10. Crownover finishes in 11th. Rich Crane finishes 12th. Phipps finishes 13th. Barrington, Ramsdale, Harrell, Murphy, Dario, all the way through 18th. And down the rest of the field we go. There's a look at your drivers. Thank you to Jones and Martin. Thank you to Mike out there as well for running the numbers. Thank you, Mike, for being absolutely awesome. Early issues for Coulter and Grijalva coming back. Bunnell, something happened there as well. I think maybe he had to DC for some reason. We don't know. We just excited to see what a great race that was. Congratulations to the winners and all the fan favorites out there. What a ride. That was a great race. We're going to talk to the man himself. Joshua Brock is going to be your race winner here as he pulls around Atlanta and celebrates it. You and Malarkey had it out there for a minute, man. That was a great run.
Oh, man, I got to give a shout out to Justin, man, because he was pedaling it. I was pedaling it, but I wasn't giving him any room. I put it in the wall, kept my foot in it. Yeah. 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 Brought her home, man.
Big celebrations here for the #1 car. I tell you what, man. You sent me the message. You said, "Look out for this car today," and we did. And they said the Silver Bullet was looking pretty smexy out there. Where does the drive come from? I mean, we were thinking that we're going to see Andrew Phipps lead every lap. Caution comes out, changes up the strategy. He gets involved. He has to come down and take some things out. You were already working on your strategy there, and then all of a sudden the whole race changes. What do you go from when you're thinking about your race line to the rest of what we saw late in the race?
It was about lap 85 or 90. I had seen the 28 grab the wall coming off turn 2, and it wasn't enough to really mess his car up, but it did ruin his rhythm up. And I was able to get by him, get back into 2nd place. And I knew that if I just ran a consistent line, ran consistent lap times, and then ran consistently and put the pressure on the leader, keep him looking in his mirror, eventually he was going to look at the mirror at the wrong time and slam the wall. And luckily luckily for me, but unfortunately for Andrew and unfortunate for Crownover, because they had me beat on long run speed. But once they went by the wayside, I I couldn't believe it. It landed in my lap. I
Well,
could not believe it. I still can't believe it, dude.
it
Running
may
home.
it may land in your lap, but you had to do all the work to be able to make it work. Kyle, anything for Joshua Brock, folks? If you're seeing drop frames out there, we had lightning strike not too far from here, so just sorry about that. But everything should be good now. Kyle, anything for Josh here?
Well, first, congratulations on winning that. That was a hell of a show to watch. You mentioned the contact with the wall. I went back and looked. I didn't realize you caught the wall entering turn 3 there. So what was going on there, and kind of what went through your mind when you caught that right rear on the ARCA car there, the ARCA glue we call it?
I can't repeat what I said, but it started with an O and an S. And I stepped my foot in it and just flipped it just a little bit to get it back under control. But I knew hanging it out sideways like that was going to warm that right rear up, where my right front wasn't going to fall flat on its face. And it helped me turn it off the corner. I don't know how I pulled a gap on him coming off the corner after that. But man, that was yeah, man. Oh, this is so stoking right here. This is so good. I've had such good cars the first 2-3 races, and just haven't had the finishes. You know, Daytona, I was trying to clear a black flag and ended up causing a wreck. And then Rockingham, I had started 28th, but had an EOL, so I lined up P30 on the field at the green, made it up to 4th place on the last pit stop, and then caught a speeding penalty entering the pits. And what a feeling to finally put one together, green to checker. I hope y'all love that, because that was great.
It was a great race. It was a great finish. A big change when it came to the way that we were. It changes the way when somebody leads a ton of laps, and you're just kind of like, all right, well, here's what we can think, and then a caution comes out. It just makes the race. It makes the dynamic of a race completely different. So. I was kind of glad to see it. Not to say that Phipps didn't deserve to win because he had the car to beat here today, but I was excited to see what happened when it happened, because it definitely changed the dynamic of the race, and it made Atlanta exactly what it's known for. Josh, congratulations on the race win here, and of course, and always, it's your time to shine. Give your shout outs, my man.
I got to give shout outs where credit's due. The guy had to call out tonight because he had something going on, but Kevin Savoy. I'm going to go ahead and say it as nicely as I can, but him kicking my ass every week has made me sit in his driver's seat in the replays, watching week after week, line after line, race after race, trying to study what he was doing differently than me. And sure enough, this race right here, I replayed the second race last season when I was running up behind them, and I did some seat time. And it paid off. So I got to give a shout out to Kevin, Jesse, Cam, Brian, all the fast guys in the league that are constantly whooping my butt on a weekly basis, making me drive harder. Boys, I drove hard tonight.
I tell you what a fantastic celebration and a great race line to be able to hold to boot, so to speak. Josh, we'll see you next week. Congratulations once again. I know that you're going to go celebrate, and we'll get these guys in here.
Yeah, go celebrate with them other two. I got to go drink some beer. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week, boys. I'm celebrating tonight.
That's Joshua Brock getting a win. First win of the season, of the new season. Kicking butt and taking names. Let's talk to Justin Malarkey here real quick. I kind of caught him off guard with his throwing everything up there. You finished P2, not without trying. Man, oh man, what a run you guys had there.
Yeah, I tried middle, bottom, way up high a little bit. Different. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. It's just really hard to get down on that inside. He was giving me the inside, but I didn't want to be down there. I just, if you can't complete it, you kind of just lose your momentum down the straightaway.
I tell you what, you had the inside lane a couple of times here, and one time you kind of put the boot to him, but it was almost like a bump and run. He almost had him clear, and he was talking about how he saved it there. How? I don't know how.
So I thought on the back straightaway right before the corner, I think he kind of clipped the outside wall a little bit, and it shot him down the track as I was diving to the bottom, because I saw it getting sucked into the wall, and I know these cars get sucked in there. At least that's what I thought happened. I'd have to go check it, but yeah, that's when I was stuck on the bottom, and I tried one time, and I was like, I don't want to try it anymore because I know I'd kill my stuff, and the 35 get by me.
This was he was Tabasco.
He was
behind you.
coming.
He was, but he was having a day. But you get out there and you have days as well, and you've been killing it as of late, and everything that I've been calling for you. And you're trying your dang old goodness here to continue to put together a string of top threes or wins, and I think that's where a lot of folks see you shine. You were the late blossomer here, and I kind of wanted to ask you if you were saving.
I was just trying to calculate when I wanted to start going and how hard, but with the caution, it knocked another like 5 laps off. It seems like these cars would go for about 20 laps, and then the tires just were dead. So I was like, all right, I'll just push it as hard as I can and hope for the best. It's just he was smart. I think he saw me trying to sneak up in that middle lane in 3 and 4, and he started going up there. And these cars just, I don't know if they did an update or what, but they just seem like they're so stuck. Last week at Vegas, it just seemed like we were stuck all in positions. And today it seemed the same way. It's like a traditional mile and a half. It just seems like you kind of get stuck. And it's just very, very hard to make up track position. At least I felt that way. I don't know if you noticed that.
It seemed like whoever was moving, who wasn't moving. Whoever wanted to move around this racetrack needed to make an aggressive move. And that was kind of what it was. So,
I felt like you really had to get in front of them in the beginning as quick as you can on the tires and kind of just hold them off. It's just so hard.
Well, Kyle, what do you have for Mr. Malarkey? Because I tell you what, we were watching that battle and we were kind of on edge, waiting for our seats to kind of fall off.
Yeah, you had that amazing fight there with the one car there at the end. But I want to back up a little bit to before that, when the caution came out, you were sitting, or not even when the caution came out, even before that, they're running with the 12 car, and then the 28 car, and then you had the one, and then yourself. So what were you thinking about in those moments? What was your strategy there for the end of the race if the caution didn't come out?
With that one, I was going to pit it 2 more laps after the 28. I figured he beat me early. He did the early pit, so I didn't want to go in 1 lap later than him because I didn't think the 1 lap on tires I'd be able to get him back. So I was going to switch it to about 2 laps after I saw him go in, which would have been 3 coming to the line. But then the caution came right out, and I've been there for him. I feel bad for him. That kind of sucked. That happened to me at Vegas last week. You're sitting on the pit road and the caution comes out, you know you're going to be trapped a lap down. So luckily for once that didn't happen to us, and it worked out pretty good.
And Justin, always a pleasure to see what you're able to do here. I know that you try to each week to perfect your craft, and I know the fam's going to be proud of you. But you get your time, you give your shout-outs. Congratulations on the P2 finish here. It's going to be a whole different ball game next week.
Yeah, congrats to Josh and then Richard there in 3rd. And thanks to you guys for doing the broadcast. It had to be a really fun race. So shout out to my brother watching who just texted me. And my sister said I better give her a shout out. So, hey, Jamie. And she's also having a baby. So, again, congrats to her.
Jamie's having a baby.
Yep, another fan.
Tell you what, you better send me pictures. What,
I got you covered.
You send me pictures, Justin. Not Jamie needs to recover. Send me pictures.
Yeah.
I got kids.
Until January. She's got time.
Okay, well, you send me you send me pictures of babies, because we've got a lot of kids in our household, and I'm a fan of kids.
There you go.
That would be the 9th child born under the Signature Esports logo. I'm just saying. Yeah, like
there you go. That's how you build fans.
Love it. I love it. One generation at a time. That's what I'm saying. Devin says, congratulations, Lettuce. Who is that?
Lettuce.
I think that's for Josh.
I'll let you go get Richard because he told me he's got to run to work or something. So.
Oh, yeah. We will need to talk to him. All right, my man. I appreciate you.
Get him.
Always go full send.
Thanks, Jason.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Have a good one.
Awesome. That's Mr. Malarkey. Chris giving us 100 biddies out there. Thank you so much. Mr. Holland has to work. We'll make it quick. My man, you finished 3rd, and I'm happy to see it. I thought you had a chance for a win there.
Yeah, no, we were quick, especially in the late run. Didn't have too god-awful much of a start-off speed, but middle of the run, late of the run, kind of came in. Everybody came back to us. We were we were putting in work. We were doing the best we could with what we had. A little bit loose on entry, a little bit tight on exit, and then it would flip about midway through the run. But we made it work.
Making it work and saw the progression. And I saw you had a lot of patience here today to be able to work around. Your line was probably the most comfortable, and Kyle and I were talking about this. Kyle actually brought it up, that this was you looked the most comfortable out there in your car.
Yeah, the car felt really well. I mean, these older tracks and these ARCA cars, they're a handful. No matter what you do with the setup or track conditions, they're a handful. But the car felt good. I felt confident in the car. I trusted it quite a bit, being able to put it tight where I needed to. If I needed to get up on the boards real quick, I felt comfortable with it there. If I needed to get down right on the apron line, I felt comfortable with it there. So, she drove good. She drove real good, and I felt good in it.
See my hoodie you were wearing. I like the spiciness.
Yes, sir. I'm sure y'all saw the back of the car. It was the first time I brought the hashtag spicy machine out.
I like it, man. Kyle, anything for Rich here? I know he has to go to work, so let's make it. Let's let him do his thing real quick.
Yeah, we'll talk about the most recent moment coming towards the end of the race there. You saw the one car kind of catching the wall there, entering turn 3, and Malarkey diving low. Did you think that was potentially going to evolve into something where you could find yourself positioned to get up into the lead?
To be honest with you, I really did. When that happened and I saw the 66 come to the inside through the tri-oval there, I got behind the 66 trying to push him up. That way they could get side by side, and hopefully they'd kind of drift a little bit up the track, and I was going to plant mine down on the bottom and just let her eat. It didn't pan out that way. They were superior to us today. Congratulations to one for the win, 66 for second place. I had a little bit for them, but it wasn't enough. But we're definitely happy with a third place.
I'm happy because you're my man, dude. That's my buddy. That's Mr. Spicy. And I know you got to go to work. Brother, congratulations. I'm proud of you. Love to see you get out there and put it together. Like that makes me happy, because I've seen some of the look that you've had, over the last couple of, I don't know, maybe the last month or two, where you're trying to put it together and then something just happens in front of you. And now you get a P3 finish, and you drove the wheels off of it, and like I'm happy. And the Tabasco bottle's sitting in my spot. It's so nice to see something good go for somebody that I, of course, and I enjoy our time. We haven't been able to talk in the last week, but I appreciate you as always.
Yeah, no, definitely. This is a good win for me, or not a win. It was a win for me. I've had such bad luck over the last several months, no matter what division I'm running in. But yeah, no, we did good. You miss me because I've been working way too much, man. Way too much, brother.
I know. I assumed you were working. So, I don't like the bug, but whenever you're ready for some Star Citizen, I got some things to show you. You're going to have some fun.
Yeah, we might have to catch up that in the morning.
Yeah, man. Be good, be safe, okay? And have some fun at work. Or let the work have some fun with you. I don't know. It's whatever.
Yep. I want to give a quick shout out to Tabasco brand hot sauce for helping me out, support me and everything they do for us, trying to make them look good out on the track. I want to thank my wife, Sarah, for allowing me to do as much of this iRacing as I'm allowed to do. I want to thank MCI Graphics for painting the cars up for us. They do a fantastic job. Check them out on Trading Paints. And special thanks to all the admins that put this group together, and special thanks to you and Kyle for doing a fantastic job broadcasting.
Rich, tell the wife and the babies I said hello.
Will do. Y'all have a good one. I'm off to work.
You too. That's the man. That's the myth, the legend. That's the reason why we have hashtag spicy right there in the chat. Big old peace sign coming at you from me to him. He is my good buddy. I have developed lots of good buddies, and I hope to continue to have each and every one of them in my life, because Rich is such a pleasant person to talk to. John Hammond, Strickland, Charles, just all of these people are awesome. Brock and Coulter doing a phenomenal job trying to put together a league that is competitive, and today was competitive. 3 cautions for incident. I wanted to look at the lead changes real quick because the race stats will tell you everything that you need to know. 3 cautions for 162 laps, 14 different lead changes, and the strength of field was just sub 2K, which means this is that second split race that you want to see go green, and it did a phenomenal job. Kyle, takeaways from the race, because there's a lot today.
Well, this being my first experience with this league, I was it was an awesome experience. Just loving seeing the paint schemes, loving the 25 car field that we had out there, all racing out and showing up and doing a good job, and able to stay around for the entire 162 lap race. And hopefully we see a lot of these guys out next week at Darlington. That's going to be an amazing show with the ARCA car. And shout out to everyone who's racing today and just did a good job. I mean, it's just a awesome racetrack, awesome race, and a fantastic show to watch.
My question is how do you throw back a throwback series?
Do alternates.
Maybe they run 2022 paint schemes.
Ooh. That's an idea.
Oh, or maybe they run like 80s paint schemes, like 87 paint schemes or something. I don't know.
That too.
Such great.
But you got to do like a throwback in the style of like 1980s Dale Earnhardt for like your current cars. You got to do like all the current of the 2001 on your 1980 car, but for the ARCA car.
The last season it was 90. I think it was 90 or 91 to 98 was the era of the paint schemes. I do believe. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure what it was. I called it for so long that was what it was. You know what? I think everybody needs to show up next week in a Hudson Hornet. That's it. I have spoken.
Or a Jim Stacy bumper.
There you go. There it is. Absolutely. Holy cow. Oh, man, I love racing, and I love NASCAR, and I love everything that has to do with iRacing. Folks, iRacing.com for all the fun. Twitch.tv/Skolky Esports, and YouTube's hit that search button for Skolky Esports. I know he's going to create a Facebook page here very soon, so we're going to be able to put that in our description as well. He is our driver cam sponsor. Thank you to MCI Graphics for sponsoring all the, not only the series here, but they also sponsor all of the cautions. Much love and appreciation for that. Amar Paintworks is going to sponsor tomorrow's Chop Shop Xfinity Series. I just found that out just a moment ago, so I will get all that stuff made up and get the graphics going for tomorrow. It is what it is. More plans for the future, more plans for us over here. Kyle is my Wednesday fixture, but he is also my Sunday fixture. So much love to Kyle and myself, and from all of us over here at Signature Esports. I hope that you have a fantastic afternoon, evening, morning, whatever you're doing. Also, remember, get to the merch shop and get yourself a Full Send t-shirt and live a Full Send life, because if you don't, I will. You're not my friend. No, I'm totally joking. You'll be my friend anyway. Much love. We'll see you in the next one.